Okay, Tim, you are now host. So I'd like to welcome Tim Mandeville out in sunny Australia, but it looks very cold there compared with here at the moment, looking the way Tim's
It is.
dressed.
It's the morning. It's cold. Trust me, it's cold outside this morning. Yeah, hence why I've got my jumper on. Very soon, in a few more months, it will be fine. No need for jumpers. Okay, so welcome everybody to our cloud token presentation. I've been involved around crypto now for about 4.5 years. Originally sort of got involved in buying Bitcoin well under $1,000 and watched it rise up, back down again. Involved myself in a multitude of ICOs, lending platforms, and basically anything at the time that I thought might make money, and everybody sort of fell into the same trap, and a few of those things worked out, but the majority didn't. So the market's come a long way really in the last couple of years especially, and it's a lot harder for people to be scammed of their money, and you know there are only really quality projects out there. But I'm going to run through ours and some things to look out, and what I suggest is that you did similar to what I do, and that's do some due diligence and have a good look at the company, have a look at the owners that we go through today, have a look at the technology that we've got, and then you can base yourself with a good decision of whether you want to involve yourself or not. Okay. Cloud Token is a wallet on your phone where you can store your cryptocurrency. You can exchange it for other cryptocurrencies. That is also happening any day now. And you can also earn reward tokens on there and spend them as well. So it's like a mini ecosystem. I'm going to run through our origins of the token, the benefits of our Jarvis AI trading bot, how you can accumulate our cloud tokens quickly, and current and future technology that the company has and is about to bring out. Now, when you invest in crypto projects, I think it's really important that you follow some rules. And this was one of the things that was missing for me. I also trade on several exchanges and also leverage trading with BitMEX. And I have a trading plan with that. So I know when to enter, exit, what my risk reward strategy is. I plan pretty good TA, and that way I minimize my risk whenever I enter a trade or want to exit it. But when it came to looking at investments, I didn't have anything. There was nothing that I was following to ensure that I was going to succeed better. So as a result, I created a list only of 9 things. But if you follow this list, the chances are that you're going to involve yourself in a quality project. If you don't, if any of these things are missing on the list, the chances are you are going to lose at some point in the project that you are investing in, because there's a reason why these points are not answered in the investment that you are looking at. So the first is full visibility of the owners. All right. If somebody is bringing out an amazing concept into the world and wants everybody to invest in it, they should be right at the helm promoting it, not hiding away somewhere and nobody knowing who they are, because that just means that they're going to run off with your money at some point and you won't know who to chase. You need to have full visibility of the tech team, people behind the project, full visibility of the project offering, what it is and how it's going to be sold and brought to market. What does the project have that could create mass adoption and almost guarantee its success? It can't be really something that everybody else is doing, because there's no need to have a copycat. If the investment, hang on a sec, I just need to mute everybody. If you do come on, guys, can you please mute yourselves just so that it keeps it quiet for us all? Thanks. Yes, so if the investment that you're making is in crypto, then you need full visibility of the funds on the blockchain. All right, no selling into what I call a shit coin first and then holding the project. All right, because you end up losing your quality coin and investing in a coin that's worth nothing. Next one. Full visibility of my funds if I invest. All right, if I change my mind and I want out, I need the ability to take my funds out. I don't need to be restricted by having my money in there for 30, 60 or 90 days without being able to touch it. Full access to remove my funds 24/7. Again, vitally important. Should be no need for any project that you're investing in to not allow you to remove your money whenever you want. All right, if they're giving you returns as well daily, you need the same access to remove them daily. Proven track record of everybody involved in the project. That's vitally important. Okay, you don't need to have somebody that's sort of saying to you, well, this is what I'd like to do. I'm sure it'll work. You know, these people, especially today, you have to have a great visibility in your past profile. Value-added services and products either established or about to be that can generate additional revenue into the future for the company that you're becoming part of. It's no good being reliant on a one-trick pony. So if all the criteria is met above, then investment, while not guaranteed to be a success, it's certainly worth dipping your toe in, because the chances are you are going to succeed with this project with all of those things. So who's behind Cloud Token? We have a CTO called Ronald I, and Ronald has a rap sheet as long as your arm, like for 25 years. You can go onto his LinkedIn profile and scroll back and see how much of a genius this man was, and even as a boy he was writing programs. There is huge amounts of videos and information on our Facebook pages with daily interviews and updates that he gives that you can listen to as well, so you understand where our project is going. He is massively visible, would be the word, and proactive. He's never reactive. Okay, this man is always at the forefront giving us information on what is happening. Last year he won the Innovative Blockchain Project of the Year, which was held by the World Blockchain Forum for his company BitBeta Systems, which has developed through Aura the fourth technology, crypto or blockchain. To give you guys some idea, Bitcoin was first generation. It transacts at about 7 transactions per second. So you can't use it to put on your credit card and pop down the road and buy a cup of coffee, because you'd stand there for 3 hours waiting for the transaction to be approved. So they brought out Ethereum next, which can do roughly double that amount of transaction, because it took the proof of work or proof of stake out of the blockchain and stored it separately. It was called segregated witness, or SegWit, and that speeded up the process, where it would just do a storage of part of the data and then keep the other bit on the public blockchain. But again, you know, 15 transactions per second is also a waste of time. Next came, what was next? EOS, Cardano, XRP, Ripple. Okay, they transact a lot faster, a few thousand transactions per second. But again, certainly not sufficient enough to become a payment gateway for everyday use. To give you some example, Visa and MasterCard transacted around 600,000 transactions per second. That's why when you go down the road anywhere and use your credit card, it normally takes 2, 3, 4 seconds for your transaction to be approved, and you take your goods or services and leave. So Ronald has put his head together and thought, well, all the inherent issues with blockchain are that it runs too slowly the more people that get on it. All right. So why don't I develop something where the more people that go on it, it runs quicker? That would seem the more logical thing. So he did. And he has through our BitBeta 4th generation or blockchain 4. And every 1,000 people that download our Cloud Token app, and the app acts as a mini node on the network. It uses a miniature amount of memory on our phone, but it's a node on our network, and it enables us to transact at around 22,500 transactions per second. We currently have, I believe now, over 500,000 users on the network. So that's in excess of 10 million transactions per second that we can now do, which makes Visa and MasterCard look like a baby in nappies. But in order for us to have this global expansion of our payment gateway, that's how it has to work. We have to be able to transact quicker and quicker and quicker. All right. Let's go to our launch. All right. Again, we had a number of our owners here, and Ronald, and this guy here, Jim Rogers. Okay. He is an American businessman. You can Google him. If you're on CNBC or you watch that, he's forever on there doing various interviews. Okay. He was the co-founder of Quantum Fund and Soros Fund Management. He was also the creator of Rogers International Commodities Index. He is a multi-millionaire as well as a public speaker that goes around discussing all sorts of business opportunities. Now, this man has absolutely no need to involve himself in a scam. All right. No amount of money would buy him to come along and promote a scam. All right. What he's interested in is our technology and what it can do. And at our launch, he gave about an hour's speech about his involvement or backing of Cloud Token, as well as blockchain and the future of that around the world. So these people are very passionate about what they put their name behind. All right. So just bear that in mind as well. There is an interview on our Facebook pages that you can listen to from him. Now, this is the interesting bit. For those of you who have involved yourself in ICOs over the past few years, they give you a lovely white paper followed by this squiggly line called a roadmap. And with this little squiggly line, they say, please give us 100 million or 200 million, and we will try and develop everything that's written on this squiggly line. Okay. And some people manage to do that, but the majority don't. But what I'm going to show you now exists in its entirety right the way through. Okay. We have all of the technology and everything that I'm going to show you already developed. What is missing is you, the mass adoption. Okay, and that's what we are working towards, getting more and more and more people on so we can roll out more and more and more of the services and value-added products that we have. So our app originally launched in May the 12th. I was involved about a month, before that. Come June, our Jarvis bot, and I'll explain a little bit about Jarvis. It again is unique. Most of the trading bots can only do pair trading, which means that they're doing like Bitcoin US dollar on one exchange and selling it on another, the same pair. Ronald again has done triangular arbitrage. It enables us to do triple pair trading on each exchange, so he can pick 3 at a time. He then also developed another algorithm called Varun. And Varun looks at what is going on within the exchanges within those pairs and analyzes it and says to Jarvis, you need to do this, and that on these exchanges. And then Jarvis does that out. And so far it's been hugely successful. And if you listen to an interview with Ronald over the weekend for about 45 minutes, he talks about the initial days with Jarvis and the millions of dollars that they were losing every day by not having the right set up with it. So now it making 20, 30, 40 million dollars a day when it trades. We have other projects coming to our thing as well. HAL will be a new project. We've got the Friday project coming as well for all our whales that we have. So anybody that has more than 3 to 5 million, and we have countless accounts with that amount of money that has been invested into our system, will be running under their own project and not through the Jarvis project. We will also have our Cloud Token 2 version, so that will be a completely different app to what you have on your phone now. All right, it's already there. Again, just waiting for that to be launched out to everybody. We have our KL office and support being opened next month, and an opening party, which I think is going to be in September, but it may creep to October. We have our debit card payment system. So we have a deal with MasterCard. KYC is going to happen any day now for you to be able to apply for that. So that will be fantastic. We will have a crypto to fiat solution as well later in the year. We have global e-commerce partners announced. We have Travelocity on board with our holiday section. We have our merchant network, point of sale machines. All of these things are being rolled out. Okay, so continual ongoing development. So when you look at this roadmap, the first part of it is how the company earns its cloud tokens, all right, and how we earn them. And the second part of the ecosystem is the ability to be able to spend them, all right. There's no good earning something and having no ability to spend them afterwards, because then they're completely useless. So how does it work for us? Well, you deposit your Bitcoin or any other crypto, really. I think we've got about 9 or 10 on the super wallet that you can put in. You select projects and click Jarvis and then agree to the terms and conditions, all right? You are then loaning the crypto that you have to Jarvis, to the trading bots, and you get full transparency of that. You have 24/7 access to the removal of those coins whenever you want. And the funds are being traded on 32 crypto exchanges with over 200 of the Jarvis bots, okay? Important for new people to understand, we have 2 wallets on the Cloud Token app. The first is the Super Wallet, where you can hold your crypto coins. The second is the Jarvis Wallet, okay? And if you want to involve yourself in that project, then you transfer your coins from the Super Wallet into the Jarvis Wallet, where you then start receiving your rewards, okay? You do not earn anything by just storing your coin on the Super Wallet. All the exchanges that our coins are traded on are fully insured against hackers breaking into the exchange and taking the coins. We were on 38, we're now on 32 because 6 of them did not have the adequate insurance that Ronald wanted. Very important, this bit. Jarvis trades daily with the balances of all crypto coins loaned to it, okay? That's well in excess now of 200 million US dollars. I think it's nearly 300 million now. Every day, the profit that Jarvis makes goes into our reserve pool. That reserve pool is between 6 and 20 million is made, all right? And the majority of that, I think as a minimum, Ronald always puts in 12 million. And then if it's made 6, then 6 stays in Jarvis to give it additional funds. Our reserve pool now is being managed and run by Ledger, all right? So it is not under company control. This is not a Peter or a pay Peter by robbing Paul or waiting for new people to join in order to pay those from yesterday who joined, all right? That's not how our project works. We have $250 million that starts trading every single day, and it creates 20 million, and we are paid from that 20 million in our cloud token things that we can then sell into our Ethereum coins and move off the exchange or cash them out, do whatever you like. So it's an ecosystem that's working. It's not reliant on anybody else new to ensure that we all receive our monies. You will receive between 6 and 12% monthly bonus, as I said, paid in the cloud tokens daily. Your bank pays you 0.8% a year, okay? We are roughly getting 10% a month. So what you receive from us in 1 month, your bank pays you in 10 years. So somebody is being scammed. The price of the CTO reward token is derived from the amount of funds in the reserve pool multiplied by the number of cloud tokens in existence. So if we have $100 million sat in our reserve pool and we have 100 million, if we have 100 million cloud tokens in existence, then the price of the token will be $1, and we could all cash out at that level, because that's how much money is in there to enable us to do so. Currently, our price is 47.5 cents. As I said, that means that everybody can cash out at that level. All right. So how have we performed? Well, we launched on May the 12th at 30 cents. At the end of May, we had reached 40.5 cents. So huge gain in that month. In June, we closed at 44, and in July we are now at 47. So a little over 60% increase in our first couple of months, which is great because you have received 10% for each month, and those tokens have also gone up 60% in value to you. So you've had a double win, plus the volatility of Bitcoin. So if you got into cloud token back in May when it was $6,000, the money that you now have in Jarvis is doubled as well. All right, so you're winning three ways with this opportunity. Transparency is the key to success, okay? If you can't see things going on, the chances are there's some sort of skullduggery happening, all right? Ronald, as everybody who is already part of this program knows, is hugely transparent, all right? This is at one of our trading accounts on Binance. In the last 30 days, it had traded 111,000 Bitcoin. That's about $1.2 billion, all right? And our balance then was about 9,175 Bitcoin, all right? The one underneath it, this is our like reserve fund. It's where we keep, or where all of our Bitcoin that you and I put in is there. And that enables us to take our Bitcoin in and out whenever we like, okay? It was around 12,900. I'm showing this example now because it's now nearer 14,000. But there was another wallet that crashed and took all of its people's money because it only answered 5 of those questions at the start. And it caused some uncertainty within Cloud Token with our investors, or with people like you and I, and went, oh my God, Cloud Token's going to crash and burn. And they took out a whole chunk of their coins thinking that would be the end of Cloud Token. But it isn't. As you can see here, this is when that happened, this little blip up here. We have had over 147 million US dollars worth paid out and withdrawn out of the Cloud Token system in our last 2 months. That's what it's designed to do, to reward you, and you can do what you like with it. Take it out if necessary. All the funds are there for you and I to be paid whenever you want to be paid. If you want to take your money out, take it out. You want to put it back in, put it back in. Okay, it's all fully transparent. And a lot of this money that was taken out, Ronald said, has now come back in, because these people take all their money out and go, oh, thank God for that, we're safe now. And then they think, well, now we've got to find a project that's transparent. We know who the owners are. We can see our funds and everything else. Oh, well, we just left that. And in they come again, because there aren't many opportunities out there that give what ours does, okay? So you don't have to worry in terms of finding information out. It's there and permanently. Okay, at the moment on our version 1, you can watch one of the trading bots under the order history, so you can see how it trades. Ronald went through this again in his video the other day. You can also look at your coins on the blockchain. Massively important. Okay, so you can put your wallet address in, go to Etherscan, or and look up, you know, if you've got Ethereum on there, or if you've got Bitcoin on there, you can put your wallet address in and see that you've got your 0.1 1051191 Bitcoin on there. All right, we don't use ghost wallets here because we have, or the company uses the API keys, and because we're running on a mainnet on a blockchain ourselves, we have full visibility, so they can accurately report between the two, because these are our funds. They don't have to guess. All right, they are sat in our wallet. We also have our private keys on the super wallet now for Ethereum. I would imagine very soon, listening to Ronald the other day, that he is providing we get no issues with private key work that's already been done with the Ethereum. He's going to roll out the other ones, and Bitcoin will be the last. All right, so everybody has all their private keys as well. It's your wallet, not the company's. Okay. Right, what's coming next? Atomic swap. All right, this is hugely exciting for us. They were testing it last week. I'm really hoping that it is released on our phone this week. But it's the ability for us to swap our cryptocurrencies for other cryptocurrencies within the app. All right, rather than having to do that through an exchange. So the advantage of that could be huge. You could also transact peer-to-peer. So if I wanted to do some Litecoin, give, let's say, Duncan some Litecoin in return for Bitcoin, we can do that peer-to-peer through the network. And no, trust me, it's a huge thing. You can be paid in your Ethereum. You can transact your, once you've sold your cloud token into Ethereum, you can swap that into Bitcoin and move it into your external drive if you want to, or buy other coins and put them into Jarvis. Like it's a massive thing. And then we will have our fiat conversion later on in the year. Once we have our full banking license, we will then be able to offer the fiat solution as well. Now, how can we earn money within Cloud Token? I'm going to show you how that works. But before I do, I've got to tell you that I'm not a financial advisor. I basically took the bull by the horns and wanted to present Cloud Token to people, giving you my understanding of how it all works. All right. It's certainly not financial advice. We're not an investment company, although we are registered as one here now in Australia through ASICs, and we make no representation or guarantees of income. We never recommend that you outlay money that you cannot afford to lose. So if you've got your rent to pay, don't go putting it in Cloud Token until you've paid your rent. Okay? Don't rush into anything. Do your own research. That's what we've all done here. Okay? Myself or any of my team members are not liable for any damages, expenses, or loss that you may suffer from the information I'm showing you in this slide presentation. Okay? As with any business, your results may vary and will be based on your individual capacity, business experience, expertise, and level of desire. There are no guarantees concerning the success that you may experience. Everyone's success depends on their dedication, desire, and motivation. Okay? So let's say you're the individual person, you've got some Bitcoin stuck on an exchange somewhere, and that exchange isn't paying you anything to do so. And you think, well, do you know what? I'd rather stick it in this one and be paid. All right. You deposit your crypto into the account, straight into your wallet, and you will receive between 6 and 12% every single month in our Cloud Token, in your Cloud Tokens. Okay. You can withdraw and cancel at any time. So I want to give you a little example. Let's say you put $1,000 US in to your Cloud Token in Bitcoin or Ethereum, all right? And it grows 10%. So you will receive $100 a month, and that will be paid to you at $3.33 a day. So based on Cloud Token at 47 cents, you'll receive between 4 and 5 Cloud Tokens every single day. And you can cash those into Ethereum every single day and spend them, or take them off and spend them. Okay. Now, benefits of sharing. When a company goes to market, it has some choices to make. All right. It can use a big fancy marketing agency to promote it around the world. It can use network marketing and charge you fees and auto ships and all of those sort of things and commission structures. Or it can use affiliate marketing and use the services of you and I to share this. And that's how our company has chosen to do it. And all three of those things are fully legal the world over. All right, there is nothing illegal about affiliate marketing. So you start and you fund your wallet with a minimum of $500 US. If you want to be part of the sharing program with Cloud Token, you must have a minimum of $500 US showing in your wallet. Okay, you can join with any amount you like, but anybody that you join, unless you have over 500, you will not receive 1 cent for. Okay. So you pop next door and you see your mate John, and he said, I'm in. I'll put my 500 in, and for his 500, let's say he's going to receive 3 cloud tokens a day. Well, the company will also give you and reward you 3 cloud tokens a day for John joining the business. Right, 100% match on your front line. On your second line, you will receive a 50% match. So John pops next door and sees Sally, and she goes, I'm in with my 500. So John is going to receive 3 tokens from Sally joining, and I am going to receive 1.5, getting 50%. Okay. But in order to get Sally's money, I have to have 2 people on my front line. All right. So every single level that you want to open up and be paid, you have to have people on your front line. And the company will reward you all the way down to level 21. So if you wanted to receive 21 levels of income, you need to have 21 people that you have personally sponsored into the business. All right. So I'm going to show you some monetary things on this. Let's say on your first level, you brought 3 people in. One of those put 1,000, the other 10,000, and the last one 500. You receive the equivalent of $100, $1,000, and $50 for those 3 every single month, paid to you daily. Okay. On your second level, there's $1,000 in, 500, and 2,000. All right. So on your second level, you're going to receive 100, 50, and 25. So in total, you're going to get $1,325 every single month for these 6 people. And it's going to continue every single month, and you will be paid every single day, because Jarvis has this amount of money to trade with at the start of every day again. It makes the profit. We are paid from the profit. We are not paid from these people's money. Okay, very important to understand that. So you would get around 2,789 cloud tokens a month. So if you had joined at the beginning of May, those 2,789 cloud tokens you would have got at 30 cents and now worth 47. You would have made 60% in value from those as well as being paid. All right. And then, of course, you can continue getting all the 5%. Now, this is where it gets fun. We have some additional rank promotions. When you become a C1, in order to qualify for that, you need $200,000 of total team volume underneath you. Okay, I'm a C1 at the moment, and I'm working towards C2. All right, that gives me an extra 5% on my 100%, an extra 5 here. But where it really starts adding up is on your level 3 to 21, where at the moment I get 5%, that part of my business doubles. Okay, it's called a community payout. And I get community payout every day for my C1. All right. Once you have created 3 C1s in your legs underneath you, it qualifies you to a C2. Once you've got 3 C2s, qualifies you as a C3, and so on. And that's how the program works. To give you an idea of income, as a C1, you will earn between $400 US and about 2,000 US dollars every single day. Every morning that you are paid, that money goes into your account. Okay. Once you get to C2, you are going to earn between 2 and 7 or 8,000 US every day. As a C3, as a minimum, you're going to kick in at around 10,000 US dollars per day, up to around 15. A C4 will take you from around 20 up to about 50,000, and then when you get to C5, you're on over 100,000 a day. And we already have a C5 in our business. Our direct upline Luigi is a C3. He receives over 20,000 cloud tokens a day, so nearly $10,000 every morning. And again, all of it is paid from the work of Jarvis, not from funds coming in every day. All right. Oh, what's happened here? Why cloud token? Hopefully you can see those. Basically, the reason why you should look at us, we don't have packages to buy. There's no membership fees. There's no monthly auto ships. There's no contract. You can withdraw your monies at any time. You can earn passively without sponsoring. This is a key to a lot of people who do not want to keep having to share the next thing that they're involved in with their friends who are fed up with them being shown. Okay, so you can sit very quietly with your own little thing and receive 10% every single month, all right, which is a great opportunity for a lot of people to actually win when they involve themselves. The cloud token generates its revenues from arbitrage trading at the moment, and then all of our other ecosystems. And our token has the potential to go up 10 times or more, really, from where it currently sits. So I want to show you some hypothetical accumulations, all right, over the next 12 months. Let's say that you come on board and you generate 25,000 cloud tokens in your wallet over the next 12 months. If you are somebody who starts to build a business, as a C1, you will have well in excess of this, 2 to 3 times this as a C1, all right? And it really doesn't take long to put $200,000 underneath you. So getting to these levels are very, very achievable. At, let's say, the 30-cent launch price, we've moved up now, let's say, to $10. Those 25,000 cloud tokens to you are worth $250,000, all right? If we go to $20, it's $500,000 US. Okay, there's some life-changing amounts of money there just for saving your cloud tokens. Let's look at this unknown future growth. This is my aim at the moment, to get to 200,000 cloud tokens. I'm a little over halfway. Once I help my other C1s get there, I'm sure getting to 200,000 won't be a problem, and on to the next target of 1 million and so on. Okay. But again, at $10, those 200,000 cloud tokens are worth $2 million to you. If we got to $20, well, there's 4 million US. All right, that's about 5.5 million Australian. You know, life-changing money. So there's some great opportunity for all of you here to earn, you know, a huge amount of residual income and sustainable. So I want to thank you for taking a look at Cloud Token, and please go back to the person that introduced you and ask how to get started, and we'll show you how to put the wallet onto your phone, etc. In the meantime, if any of you guys have got some questions you'd like to ask, just feel free to unmute yourself and we will do our best to answer them.
And I'd just like to, thanks Tim, I'd just like to say there are no stupid questions, so please, no matter what your question is, please don't be embarrassed to ask it. If you are too embarrassed to unmute yourself, you can type your question in the chat and we can answer it there.
Hi, I have a question.
Fire away, Cindy.
Okay, so will you explain how the private keys will work for each of the different cryptocurrencies?
That's a good question.
Well, every wallet has its own set of private keys. You can't have a private key for all wallets on there. So if you have got your Cloud Token app already, if you click on the Ethereum, it will say on there for you to export your private key. You'll have to put in your PIN code and your Google Authenticator, and then you will give your you will be given your mnemonic words for your private key, which means that you then have the private wallet address, not the public one. So that enables you, it's called a seed generator. So it will enable you then to go on to Etherscan or whatever, and you can just reclaim your funds if the wallet, you know, let's say the app shut down or closed down or broke or something, and you had, you know, $1,000 of Ethereum in there, you could just recover it straight away using that seed number, you know, the seed generator that they give you. The company does not have it, so they have no visibility of the funds that you have in it, none, and no access to it either.
And we will eventually be able to do that with each of the different currencies that are on the wallet.
Correct. You can do it now with the Ethereum. Listening to Ronald the other day, he is just making sure that, you know, they were only released, what, 7 or 8 days ago. As he said, he needs to make sure that is all functioning properly. Then he will do Litecoin and, you know, all the other coins in there, and Bitcoin will be the last one, because he said it's the most expensive if things go wrong. So it's very important that everything goes right. And that was on his interview that I think we posted in there again yesterday. And Duncan, I think, has emailed out to everybody anyway. So you need to listen to that. Just invest 40 minutes and have a listen.
Sure. Thanks.
That's okay.
Anybody else got any questions? Colin, are you there?
He's probably still sunning himself around that lake.
He's just unmuted himself. Hi, Colin.
No, I'm here.
What did you say there, Colin? Just where have you heard?
Oh,
that?
it's just, yeah. It's just that we need to introduce 16 people to earn down 21 levels, not 21 people.
Yeah, that's right. Sorry, yeah, it's 16 because of the first.
Yeah, that was all.
Okay, thanks, Colin. Okay, just so everybody knows. Sorry?
It's Don here. I've just a marketing question.
Hi,
Duncan. Yeah, purely, I've got your email as a way of promoting, and I am talking to a few people. But is anyone marketing somehow on social media, and anyone got any, excuse me, tips for marketing that way? Because I'd rather than wear out friends, which I've burnt a few in the past by getting not such successful programs. I don't want to keep running that same thing past people.
There are a few options, Don. I will send you one free option, which actually Colin brought to my attention, which is an excellent one. But can I just say something? Everybody on this call and everybody I've introduced, we've all been burnt in the past. So don't let that put you off reaching out to the people that you think of being burnt from past experiences. Most people have, and as long as they don't give up and they're prepared to keep an open mind and just look at something, my advice is call them and speak to them.
Okay, I hear you.
Because every person on this call has been involved in something that has turned out to be a disaster in the past.
Yeah, and they're not always internet things either. I always tell people, the banks in Australia were the biggest scam going.
Absolutely. the banks
people.
Don't just limit that to Australia. Banks the world over are a scam. They arbitrage trade with your funds, okay? 24/7. They make the same money as what we do, but they pay you 0.8% a year, and they keep every bit of money in between.
They're so generous, aren't they?
Well, and not only that, but you're also a creditor to your bank. So when they lose their money, they can take your funds to pay their losses. So even more fun.
I'll get all my money out of there and putting into this thing.
Don, I would just
cool, thanks.
Call up some of the people you know, just ask them a question. Are they involved in crypto? If they say yes, ask them where they store their crypto. And when
Okay.
they tell you where they store it, ask them would they like to store it in their own wallet and earn from that every day.
Good way. Okay, that's a good way.
And if
Thanks,
they're not involved in crypto, ask them a question. Have they thought of getting involved at all? There's always a reason why people aren't involved. And do you know what the biggest stumbling block is? They find it complicated. And if you can just put it across in a very simple way where they can understand it, because the way I look at it is it's no different than if you want to travel abroad, you need a different currency than you're used to. So how do you buy it? You exchange pounds for sterling or pounds for euros. And it's no different in crypto. That's all it is, really.
Yep.
You know, and if you explain to people, you know, buying crypto is no different than buying gold. The problem with both those assets, and they are both assets, is you can't spend them, or people can't understand how you spend them in the real world. And that's exactly what this system is. It's a system to allow anybody to store crypto, earn from storing it, and to spend it in the real world.
Yep, great.
That's all it is.
I'll write those down straight away, Tim. Duncan, and thanks again, Duncan, and thank you, Tim.
No, my pleasure.
There is a question in the chat box.
Oh yes, Steve. If somebody joins and deposits only just to earn 6 to 12%, but they do not refer anyone, do we still earn tokens from their coin deposit? Yes. If they're over $500. Steve, hope that makes sense. If it's under 500, you won't receive.
That makes sense. I understand that. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Sorry, Duncan. Duncan, sorry, mate. They will still earn 10% roughly every month, even if they've got less than 500.
Oh, yes, that person will. But if you
that person will,
that's
the question. That's the question. If someone doesn't recruit, will he earn his 10% a month? So the answer is yes.
Yes. Yeah. Definitely. That's the key thing with this. And you do find that the fact that people don't have to recruit, it actually takes the pressure off of recruiting, and they tend to just chat to people, and from that you tend to find people are coming to you because you're not actually trying to sell them something, persuade anybody to do anything. You're just casually talking about it. Just so everybody understands, we have these calls every week: Wednesday 10 p.m., Thursday 10 a.m. These are all UK times, and Sunday 10 a.m. and 10 p.m. But if there's anybody on the call, especially anybody that's in my team or Tim's team, I am full-time in this now. If anybody wants a presentation on a different day, a different time, or relative to any other country that you might be introducing somebody in, I am open to anybody suggesting a time or a day, and I will do a presentation. I did one the other day, forgot to record it, and also I had the wrong picture on, but I'm quite capable of presenting this now to anybody that wants to take advantage of that, especially if you are one of those people that wants to get to C1. That's what I'm looking for.
Hey guys, I've got a question.
Fire away, Scott.
So I refer somebody, they put $500 in. They refer their first person and they have yet to fund it, but they're referring people already. So another level down, they refer somebody that they put $1,000 in. So because they haven't funded their account at all, does that would normally be 100% match for that person, but they don't meet the minimum. Does that 100% roll up to me?
No.
Or I would still get 50%?
Yeah, you get what you would get, except they get nothing until they have over 500.
Okay, that's what I thought. I just want to make sure.
Yeah, there's no rolling up because somebody isn't funded. It just doesn't go to them until they are adequately funded over 500.
Okay. Hey, one other question too about Jarvis. What is, if there's any history to that at all? Because I've read a couple places where there was a mathematical genius or something like that at a college or something. I don't know. If have any details on that? Kind of who developed it, when, what the process was?
I think there might be something, or listen to one of Ronald's thing about it. I don't know if he's done one specifically on Jarvis, but the Vimeo link that was there, he talked about it the other day. But it's his; he developed it.
He did. Okay, all right.
Oh yeah, it's not off the shelf belonging to someone else. It's his.
Okay, all right, good.
Yeah, we don't use. That's the other important thing. We use no third party anything in any of this at all. This is all developed by Ronald. The third party comes in with our point of sale merchandise, and our value added stuff like with Travelocity and all of that. But the ecosystem is all ours. It's not reliant on external sources.
Right. Excellent. Good.
And if you go to the website, the actual website rather than the app, there's a fair bit of information there that you can read in a lot of detail. I didn't realise that, but that certainly helps for the technically minded and detailed people.
Yeah, there's a lot. I must go on there and have another look because they're always updating that.
Yep.
And the other thing is for everybody to get onto the Facebook groups, the social media sites. So
and the chat rooms.
And the chat
rooms. A lot
rooms.
of stuff going on there.
Okay. So you guys under Luigi and are we all in his team?
Yep.
Yeah.
Apart from Colin, I don't know. Colin's under. You might be under Justin, actually. I don't think you're under Luigi.
Oh, so they're two different legs, aren't they? Two different teams.
Yeah, Justin and Luigi, they do stuff together, but they're in different legs. Like everybody that's under me is in Luigi's team because I'm under Scott and Terry's directly to Luigi. So.
Oh, so I'm I'm under you somewhere, a couple under you, I think.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, so I'd like to get in that mastermind group they got on Facebook. I put an application in, but nothing seems to have happened for days. Who do I? I've befriended Luigi. I'll see when he answers. I'll send him a question because he's one of the moderators. I think so. Him and Justin.
Oh, is that the paid one? The CPT mastermind paid or whatever it is?
Yeah. Not worth it.
Normally, your sponsor should be able to join you into that.
Okay.
Who sponsored you in, Don?
Tiana, but she's gone a bit onto other things. So.
Okay.
Was it Tiana? And Oceana?
No, she's still in it. Yeah, Oceana.
Yeah. She's still in it, but focused on another thing more. So she's still keen on it, but just focused on another thing. Yeah.
Multiple income streams, as they say.
Yeah. Well, it's a really interesting thing. I've joined as well, but I just like cloud token. It's great. Just got to get it moving. All right, I'll get off.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks, guys.
Yeah.
I've got
thanks,
to go,
everybody.
so.
Unless anybody else has got any other questions, thanks everybody for your support tonight. And next call is on Wednesday evening, 10 p.m. UK time. Okay. Thanks,
Cheers,
everybody.
Bye.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Don.
Good night.
Great job, guys.
Bye.
Thanks, Tim. Thanks, everybody.
Good night. Thank you.
Thank
Good
you.
night.
Good night.